For the reverse lunge, we're gonna set up our feet first. They're gonna be hip width apart. The key thing with the reverse lunge is how you shift your weight from the very beginning. And I'm gonna show you just how to do that. What's also gonna matter is how far back you let that trail leg go behind you. When you get started with the reverse lunge, it's just gonna take some trial and error until you find that sweet spot that fits best for your body. I'll talk about some of the common mistakes that go with this movement. I'll also show you what it looks like from the front and from the sides. When we get set up, our feet are gonna be hip width apart. They're not gonna be shoulder width. They're not gonna be together, hip width apart. Toes straight ahead, heels down. I'm gonna bring my shoulder blades back. I'm gonna set up a nice neutral posture. I don't wanna arch my lower back. I'm gonna take in my belly breath and I'm gonna shift my weight over towards what's gonna be my front leg. So for this demonstration, my left leg is gonna be my front leg. So I'm gonna shift most of my weight over to that front leg. After I've shifted that weight, I'm gonna smoothly glide that back leg behind me. It's gonna glide just over the top of the ground until I land on the ball of my foot. As you look at me from the side, if you draw a straight line down from my hip, my knee should be back behind me. My back knee, that is, okay? With that knee behind me, when I come back up, I'm gonna be driving force from two things. My back leg obviously is gonna push off, but I'm also gonna actively drive through my front leg. As I come back up, you don't want this trail leg to come up next to your front leg until this knee and hip are fully extended. Here's what I'm talking about. When you come back up, we want to avoid coming up and then stepping through. You want to make it all one smooth motion, drive through that front leg after you stepped off from the back leg. Common mistakes with this one, if somebody steps back not enough, they're going to have that knee cave in underneath their hip. Again, if we draw that straight line down from the hip, we want to have that back knee behind and push off. There's also a point where you can step back too far and that front knee actually goes behind the ankle. At this point, you're at a physical disadvantage, and I'll show you what that looks like. Say I take a step too far back. Now from here, not only I'm gonna have to overcome, this knee has to get above or just right in line with my ankle in order for me to actually drive through it. Otherwise, I have to pull through rather than just driving up. So avoid letting that front knee get behind your front ankle, okay? It's okay to have that knee slightly in front of the ankle as well, or just directly on top of it. Either way, avoid going too far back. Now, as I show you from the front, again, we're gonna be hip width apart with the feet, toes straight ahead, heels are down. I'm gonna shift my weight over to that one side. I'm gonna have my neutral posture. I'm gonna let that back foot glide back behind me. My feet are still gonna be hip width apart. I'm not gonna step out here. I'm gonna keep them right in line. I'm gonna push off that back leg as I drive through my front. All one smooth motion. When you first get to learn this movement, don't worry if you're kind of stepping back, trying to find that spot, and then coming through. That's okay. But over time, you wanna make it your goal just to make it one nice smooth motion. You can even add sound effects if you want to. It just makes the movement more fun. Once you've mastered it on both sides, with your left leg in front, with your right leg in front, with just your body weight, then you can start to move up into some of our dumbbell, kettlebell, or even barbell variations with this movement. Key things to remember on this: remember to set up the feet first. Also remember to set up, after you've set up your neutral posture, to make sure you shift your weight towards what's going to be your front leg side. That's going to be very critical as you transition back. Can you transition without that? Yes, but it's not going to be as smooth or as fluid. You're also not going to be able to place forces where they need to be placed in order for you to optimize this movement, okay? We want what's best for you, so take some of that as you will. Things to avoid: make sure that back knee gets behind the hips, not directly underneath. Make sure your front knee doesn't travel back behind the ankle, and make sure as you come in from the front or from the side that this leg, again, like with the split squat, it's not caving in. It's okay if it goes out a little bit. We want to keep it right in line with that ankle. That's how you do your bodyweight reverse lunge.